This is Smart Consulting Sourcing, the only podcast about consulting procurement or how to buy consulting services. You'll get tips on how to use consulting, buy consulting, and managing the consulting. And now your host, Ellen Lafitte.
Welcome back to Smart Consulting Sourcing, the definitive podcast for insight into the world of consulting procurement. My name is Ellen, and I'm your host. And today we will be delving into the topic of direct versus indirect procurement. What are the nuances? So we'll be taking a closer look at direct and indirect procurement and the key differences, as well as the impact. But before we do that, it's only fair to give you a brief recap of our previous episode, which was all about navigating the evolution of the consulting value chain. So the world of consulting is going through a massive makeover, and every step of the consulting process, from the first sales pitch to the final delivery, is crucial. So look at it through the disruption lens. We're seeing factors like weight, opacity, and inflexibility signaling a shift in the industry. And it's pushing for more transparency and better performance. And over the years, consulting has evolved from optimizing work to strategic thinking. And you have now digital layers that are essential part of the game, transforming how services are delivered. The value chain is experiencing shift in marketing and knowledge accessibility, data analysis, management tools, services, talent, and even substitution. So market and sales, once built on relationships, are now tapping into digital platform, with even smaller players making a mark. And knowledge that was once a guarded secret is now out there for everyone to grab, thanks to search engines and expert platforms. So data analysis is no longer just a consulting offering. Companies are doing it in-house, changing the game. And management tools and methodologies are becoming products accessible at lower cost, and services are getting a facelift, becoming more accessible to all. So the big consulting players are adapting by embracing digital transformation and sustainability. And they're also turning their services into products for steady income streams, making strategic moves through acquisitions and alliances with tech giants. But medium-sized and boutique consulting firms, they're not sitting on their hands, right? They're innovating and productizing and adopting flexible strategies for growth, automation, partnership, reselling arrangements, internationalization, and the commitment to innovation are their key tactics. So for clients, this means more choices, better access to analytics, and a shift from brand names to actual quality and value. Whoever is the supplier, right? So it's time for clients to rethink procurement, to ask the critical questions and demand transparency. So the power is in your hands now. You have to engage with boutique firms for special knowledge and demand more from your traditional consulting partners. The consulting landscape is in constant flux, with small firms gaining tractions. Clients are encouraged to refine their procurement processes, stay informed about the industry dynamics, and embrace the opportunities that are arising from this change. Your ball is in your court. So ask questions, demand transparency, and make sure every consulting dollar spent brings the desired impact. So missed out on latest episode? No worries. Dive into our rich discussions anytime on Spotify, Apple Podcast, and YouTube. And for a deeper dive into the consulting procurement universe, you can check out our website, consultingquest.com. So discover a wealth of knowledge with our white papers, our ebooks, and our podcast transcripts. Don't forget to share these gems with your network and leave us a review. Your feedback fuels our passion to bring your top tier content continually. So plus we've got exciting hands-on workshop lined up, covering everything from mastering negotiation with consulting firms to crafting effective RFP. If you're interested in joining, you can reach out to hcl@consultingquest.com and embark on this enriching journey with you. So all right then, now back to today's episode, where I will be talking about direct and indirect procurement. Let's get started. So let's dive deeper into the world of procurement, and specifically, let's talk about direct procurement. Now, this is a term that gets thrown around a lot, but what does it mean really? So in the simplest terms, direct procurement is the process of purchasing the raw materials, goods, and services that directly contribute to the production of whatever it is your company makes or does. It's like the ingredients in a recipe. Without them, you can't cook the dish, or in this case, you can't product or you can't service your business always. So why is direct procurement so crucial? Well, think about it that way. The quality, the cost, and availability of these materials or services directly impact your final product. So it's a big deal because it's not just about buying stuff. It's about ensuring that what you're buying aligns perfectly with your business's core operations and goals. So let's take an example. Imagine you are a smartphone manufacturer. Your direct procurement will involve sourcing components like screens and chips and batteries, all the bits and pieces that go into making that smartphone. And so the efficiency, cost effectiveness, and quality of these components will directly affect the overall quality of your smartphone, its production cost, and ultimately its competitiveness in the market. So it's not just about tech. Take now the fashion industry. Here, direct procurement is all about sourcing fabric, dyes, and even the labels sewn into clothes. The quality of the fabric, the sustainability of the dye, the durability of the materials, all of these are pivotal in determining the final product's appeal and success. So now, successful companies don't just stumble upon effective direct procurement strategy. It's a carefully crafted art. For instance, a major automotive company might work closely with its suppliers to develop new, lighter, and more durable material for its vehicles. This collaboration isn't just a transaction. It's a partnership that drives innovation and efficiency. Or consider how a leading electronics company might leverage its buying power to ensure the timely delivery of critical components, maintaining a smooth production line and meeting its product launch timelines. These are just glimpses of how strategic direct procurement can really drive a company's success. So it's clear that direct procurement isn't just a behind-the-scenes operation. It's front and center in shaping the products and services companies offer. It's about building relationships. It's about understanding market dynamics, and yes, a bit of savvy negotiating too. But there's another side to procurement, indirect procurement. And now this is a fascinating area because it's often not in the spotlight, but boy, is it important. So what exactly is indirect procurement? Unlike direct procurement, which is all about the materials that go into your final product, indirect procurement is about acquiring goods and services that support your business's operations, but aren't a part of your actual product. Think of it as the seasoning and utensils in your cooking analogy, not part of the dish, but essential in making it. But there can be things like office supplies, furniture, IT equipment, consulting services, or even cleaning and maintenance services. So it's a broad category. And that's what makes it so interesting and challenging. So let's take an example. A company might procure software for its IT department, which doesn't go directly into what's selling or supports every aspect of the business from product development to sales. Or think about the importance of cleaning services in maintaining a safe and healthy work environment, especially in these times, right? The range is huge, and each purchase, while not directly contributing to the product, is crucial for smooth business operations. The indirect procurement keeps the wheels turning, the lights on, and the employees productive. It's the backbone that supports the entire operation. But here's the catch. Because it's not directly tied to the product, indirect procurement can sometimes be overlooked or undervalued. And that's a mistake. Efficiently managing these expenses can lead to significant cost savings and operational efficiencies. And a key aspect of indirect procurement is its strategic nature. It's not just about buying things at the lowest price. It's about understanding the value these goods and services bring to your business. It's about smart purchasing decisions that align with your company's overall goals and strategies. So while it may not grab the headlines like direct procurement does, indirect procurement is a vital part of any organization's procurement strategy. It requires a different approach, a keen eye for detail, and an understanding of the broader business context. So traditionally, when we thought about indirect procurement, we were talking about things like IT, office supplies, travel, shipping and logistics, facilities maintenance, and energy costs, or professional services like tax, consulting, and executive search also fell under this umbrella, along with software and insurance. But there's a new game in time, folks. With the digital revolution, we're witnessing a fascinating expansion in the types of goods and services that are falling under indirect procurement. One major area is cloud computing. So it's not longer just about buying software. It's about investing in cloud services that offer scalability, flexibility, and importantly, cost efficiency. Another emerging category is e-payments. The way businesses handle transactions is changing. We're moving away from traditional methods to more streamlined digital payment solutions. And this shift is significant, not just for efficiency, but also for security and compliance. And speaking of digital, let's talk about the rise of SaaS, the software as a service. It's a game changer. Businesses increasingly rely on SaaS for everything from customer relationship management to data analytics. It offers a level of agility that traditional software can't match. Then there's the impact of remote work. With more employees working remotely, businesses are rethinking their needs, from digital collaboration tools to home office setups. This shift has profound implications for indirect procurement strategies. And we can't ignore cybersecurity. As businesses become more digital, the risk increase. Investing in robust cybersecurity measures is no longer optional, is essential. And it's a key area where indirect procurement must be vigilant and proactive. And lastly, let's touch on digital marketing. The landscape here has changed dramatically. We're shifting towards digital channels like social media platforms, think LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, and others. The shift requires a different approach to marketing spend and strategy. And all those new categories present unique challenges and opportunities. They require a more dynamic, informed, and strategic approach to procurement. So it's not just about buying things. It's about understanding the broader impact on the business and staying ahead of the curve. As for the future, I predict that we'll see even more technology integration in indirect procurement. AI and machine learning could play a big role in optimizing procurement processes. Sustainability will also become a key consideration as businesses focus more on their environmental impact. And by the way, I just heard last today that there was a new ISO norm that's called sustainable procurement. Right? There we go. So as we conclude today's insightful exploration of direct and indirect procurement, let's focus on the essential takeaways that are vital for you to remember. So direct procurement is the cornerstone of product-centric businesses, emphasizing the critical role of sourcing high-quality raw materials and services directly influences the final product's quality, cost, and competitiveness. And successful companies leverage strategic partnership and innovative collaborations to enhance their direct procurement efficiency. In contrast, indirect procurement, often overlooked, plays a pivotal role in sustaining overall business operations. So it encompasses a broad spectrum of goods and services that are essential for day-to-day activities, demanding a strategic approach to maximize cost savings and operational efficiencies. Recognizing the strategic nature of indirect procurement is crucial for aligning purchasing decisions with broader business goals. And the landscape of indirect procurement is evolving rapidly with digital transformation. Cloud computing, e-payments, SaaS, remote work, cybersecurity, and digital marketing, among others, are reshaping the traditional categories. And these shifts present both challenges and opportunities, requiring organizations to adopt dynamic, informed, and strategic procurement practices. And so if you look ahead, the integration of AI and machine learning is anticipated to revolutionize indirect procurement processes, enhancing optimization and efficiency. And sustainability will also take center stage as businesses increasingly focus on environmental impact as we navigate this ever-changing landscape. Staying ahead of the curve and understanding the broader business implications of procurement decision will be key to sustained success. All right then, so join us next time on Smart Consulting Sourcing as we delve into a continuation of this topic and take a closer look at the key differences between direct and indirect procurement, what sets them apart, and why those differences matter. We will also look into how to make the most of both procurement types. So do join me next week for that. Thank you for joining me on this journey through direct and indirect procurement. Your thoughts and feedbacks are always welcome, so feel free to connect with me on LinkedIn or drop me an email at hcl@consultingquest.com. You know, I'm always game for a chat. Now, until next time, stay safe and keep up the smart consulting sourcing game. Au revoir for now, and happy sourcing.
You've been listening to Smart Consulting Sourcing, the only podcast about consulting procurement. We hope you enjoyed the show. We'll be back soon, but in the meantime, hit the website at consultingquest.com. Find us on LinkedIn, Twitter, and YouTube. For questions and comments, send an email to ellen.lafitte@consultingquest.com. See you next time.